Thanks for joining our live stream.
This is Sir Owlverick's Coffee Break. My name's Lillard, and this is, of course, founder Amy of Sir Owlverick's.
Good morning.
We're really excited to live stream today. Our next guest is Emily Armstrong from the band Dead Sara, one of our favorite bands of all time.
From LA, and she is amazing, and it's her birthday today, so we couldn't be more happier to have her on.
Oh, hi!
Emily!
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
How's your morning going so far?
I just slayed a workout. And I just had pancakes for breakfast. And I am so stoked about it.
Oh, your music is on our Slaylist.
Oh, yeah.
Is it cool that it's a Slaylist, or is that lame?
No, it's great.
Okay, great.
Slays, man.
Hell yeah.
Okay, then we'll stick with Slaylist. So
If it slays, it plays.
we have this thing.
Check this out. Look at this.
Oh, sick. You got one of the vests, the limited editions of vest.
2012.
I think that was a show at the Satellite.
Oh, yeah.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
The satellite. Oh, Spaceland.
Spaceland. Yeah.
Was it still Spaceland at the time?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm pretty old, so I know it. I know it as both.
Yeah. We played both of them, so.
So you say you have pancakes. Do you prefer pancakes or birthday cake? Which one's your favorite? Better.
I think pancakes.
Pancakes?
Yeah. I
Pancakes?
don't know why. It's just so much more satisfying, I think. I could eat the whole thing, and then a birthday cake is just kind of like too sweet, I think. I think that's probably what it is. I'm not too much of a sweet tooth. So I think, yeah, I had some bomb-ass pancakes. A little bit of coconut whip, a little bit of sister syrup, got some strawberries.
Like dairy whip. It always sucks coming out of the can. Like they don't aerate it.
Oh, yeah. I don't get it out of the can. I get it out of like a tub.
You're fancy. Oh,
So fancy.
what is your ideal morning like?
Oh, I have two ideal mornings, depending on my energy level. One is just staying in bed, having coffee in bed, and then eating in that order. And then some mornings I'm just like waking up. Like this morning I woke up at like really early, like 6:30, 7. And I was trying to go back to bed, but I was like, no, I can't. And then I'm just like, just a little bit of water, some coffee, and I work out. And then I have breakfast. So
Awesome.
I love those kind of mornings. Either just vegging out in bed, eating, or just going.
Do you consider yourself an early bird or a night owl?
I'm an early bird. Yeah, I get more done.
All right. What do you let's talk about Dead Sara and band stuff. Do you have a favorite tour or show memory, or band memory?
That one's a tough one. There's so many. It's like it's funny how this whole the whole time with Dead Sara and with music, it's all made up of moments, you know? And there's definitely times where I'm like, this is the greatest thing, or this is like something I will remember forever. But then for some reason it just disappears. Like you just don't, like I'm so in the moment that it's just, that's where it lives and I can't remember for some reason. And it just is. And then I look forward to more. And so I think just having all those moments keep me motivated for the future. So if I wasn't excited for the future, that means there wasn't a lot of great things in the past. If that makes any sense. If there wasn't so many great moments, I don't think I'd be as gung-ho about the future.
So, okay, so this question.
Very philosophical, I'm sorry.
Oh, no. that keep you going. And then there are moments like when we work, we're like, oh, this is the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Come up and then, yeah.
Just keeps you going, and I can't remember what they are.
Yeah.
If somebody what came up to me and said, remember that time, blah, blah, blah. I guess I don't ponder too much about the past, you know, good or bad, as much as possible, you know, just to keep me grounded and pushing forward and expanding music horizons and getting better.
Yeah, I remember the first time we saw you was with Offspring in
Neon Trees, I think.
Mm-hmm. That was a tour.
He's a bad.
Oh, man. Where was that one? In Palladium?
Palladium, yeah.
If somebody were to
really know you, what would they say? Oh, you never guessed that X what?
That's fucking hard.
Too early.
I think I wear my heart on my sleeve, but at the same time, I feel like I do that, but it's one of those things where friends are like, no, you don't. Like, I have to dig a little bit, you know? So I think, for me, getting to know me, you have to dig a little bit, you know? And I'm learning that of myself too. Like what I think I'm projecting is not necessarily what I think. And I think a lot of people do that, you know? A lot of internal thoughts, a lot of internal conversations, I think, and that's very common, you know, in people. And you think you're communicating and you think you have what you're saying go across to somebody else or to a group or whatever, but it's never, like, you can never say enough, and you know, you can never communicate enough to somebody. And I think getting to know me, you have to, about me, you just have to kind of pry a little bit more, and then I just won't stop talking, you know? You just gotta cut the shell, and then I will spill.
Is that different for different people though? Like, since you and Siouxsie know each other really well, you could walk into a room and then not even really say anything, and she kind of just answer. Yeah,
at that point, yeah. I mean, what is it, 15 plus years now?
That's amazing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Yeah, because there are so many bands out there that you just know that they just throw it together, and it's like there's that dynamic. And
yeah, I mean, that's kind of like a band dynamic. When you're playing, you can't talk necessarily, but for some reason when things go different on stage, or when you want to, you know, do something different in a certain part because you're feeling it with the crowd or something, it's like telepathy, you know?
Yeah.
And at that point, you've cracked it. You know what you're thinking, you know? All the fucking vibe, whatever the fuck you want to call them, I don't know. We've got all kinds of different words for different fucking types of things, but you're just gelling. You're just like, you can understand, you know?
Yeah, it's like.
But I think that comes with a lot of conversation, knowing somebody. Yeah.
That's pretty much, and I mean, in life in general, and part
Absolutely.
of everything is that moment you click so well. So, quick question for you. Okay, if you were waking up at a hotel, and if you see a cockroach or on your face, which one would you scare? Actually, which one would you be scared more? A cockroach or a spider? Which one would freak you out?
Cockroach for sure. Yeah. Fuck that shit. It's a kid show. Sorry. No, because there was a spider last night, and I'm not telling my girlfriend, but there was a spider. Yeah. Oh my god! And it was like crawling up the side of the wall, and I was like, oh my god! And it looked like a big pregnant one.
Nope.
And the TV was on, so I only had the light of the TV, so it makes it look even bigger. And I was just like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. It was like climbing upward. So I was like, do I just let it climb? And I just had like 2 seconds to like figure this out. And my dumbass hit it, and it got on the bed.
No, you.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh my god. And then you can't really see because it's like the light of the TV, and I grabbed my phone, and then I just went whack, and I didn't know where it went. You were dead asleep. I'm sorry, baby. I'm telling you this now. You're finding this out. And I fucking hit that thing, and I don't know where it went, and I was just like, oh my God. And I was just like, the covers, because everything just kind of looked like a big fluffy cloud. And so I was just kind of like lifting everything one by one. It's like looking with the flashlight, and I was like, okay, I probably hit it off the bed. It was a big guy, and I just went. So I think I should have just let it go up. But if it was a cockroach, I would have fucking screamed, got her out of the bed, evacuated immediately out of the house, and found somewhere else to rent.
Being a creative person, so open-ended, and you've been in Dead Sara for now, what you said, like 15 years. So how do you stay productive?
Well, we write very easily together, and it always seems very exciting. So that excitement of something new, almost every time we start writing, and we write so much, you know. But it's just that spark that just, I don't know what it is. It's like you can't bottle it up. You can't explain it necessarily. But it's just a very gratifying, purposeful meaning in life, you know? And it's like when it all comes together and you're creating something with other people almost every day, and a new song and a new idea, and you start to like you almost like understand yourself more, you know. And it's kind of like the world is yours when that happens, and it happens so frequently, you know. I wish I could put out an album 3 times a year.
Has the stay-at-home changed the working process?
Absolutely. But it's great. I mean, because we were working on the album right before with Noah Shane, and it's going really, really well. And we just got off this tour. We tried a few songs, and we were just gonna go right into the studio right after that to record them and kind of get a single going and stuff. And literally within that week, we were supposed to be in the studio, and shut down. The world shut down. So we started recording at our respectful housings, and it's actually going pretty. We were just like, there's something to this, you know. And even our A&R and Noah Shane, we were like, in our management, they were like, yeah, we should. This actually sounds fucking cool. Let's go for it. Why not? You know, if it sounds like shit, it sounds like shit. This is not going to last forever. We can always get back in a studio. But there's something about it that's really making it. There's something about it that just makes it like, because we already know the songs, like we've already worked pre-pro on them, you know, with Noah, and we did it live. So it's just kind of getting our parts recorded in our own, you know, houses, you know. And I'm not a very tech savvy person. Like, I love just like having it set up and then just kind of having fun with an engineer or with, you know, a band member or with the band. So this is definitely a new experience for me. But there's something about it that, you know, there's silver lining to it all, you know. And I'm learning more about my process, you know, and what I have to do and how annoying I am to others in the process, you know. And like having patience for somebody, like, wait, Emily, I just gotta put this file in. No, but I feel it. Just let it go.
So you've been working with Noah for all of the records, or not temporary themes, right?
Right. Yeah. Just the EP was with Tony Hoffer.
What is more satisfying, like writing a song that really gets what you're trying to say, or completing a song in the studio where you finished all the tracks and everything's done and you're hearing it for the first time all mixed, or a great show?
God. I mean, hearing the final product of a song is gratifying, but there's so many layers to it that it's not necessarily like, oh, this is a cool idea, and then it's done, and you're like, holy fucking shit. So I would eliminate that one. And I think it'd have to be down to doing the first initial, like we were talking about, like having that initial idea for a song is something so newborn and exciting and you know, very inspiring and to move forward. And I think that has its own, you know, greatness to it. And then doing a show is like the closer. So it's kind of, God, I think I'd probably say show, because gratification, it's like an end, you know, and the song is a beginning. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'd probably go with the show, because it's done and you've poured your heart out and they get to keep part of that, and it's theirs forever. It's ours forever. Done. Move on.
Oh, yeah, it's just describing it. It's crazy, because coming from my roasting, right, and making beverages, the process of coming up with a new beverage that I think of and come out with the best recipe, like, oh, this is great. But go demoing it and you see the reaction of the customer. Oh, and that's never ever gets
Right. It's all in the eyes, man. You can see it. You can see their soul. That's what coffee does.
But okay, so with Lillard, he's a musician all his life, and
Yeah.
when he listened to a song, he would listen to certain notes. Everything. Did you hear that? And he doesn't dissect it the way that I would listen to it. I'm like, no, just when he produced a song, he's like, oh, this didn't sound right. But for normal ears like mine, I'm like, oh, it sounds great. Does that happen to you?
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse, for sure. And I'm sure he can understand that. It's like growing up when you're just getting into music, you hear music differently. You feel it, you know, hit you. It slaps, man. It just hits every fucking, you know, emotion. And then you start to learn about it and you dive deep into it, and then you're emoting your own emotions and you're kind of A-Bing it with certain songs, and you kind of, it's like unfortunately, you've seen how they do it. It's hard not to listen to music and see how they do it, you know? So it kind of takes away from it a little bit. But at the same time, if you don't use that to further yourself into doing music, I think it'd be a waste. That's the way I had to think about it. I'm like, fuck, man, am I just losing, like, touch with music? But it's like, no, like, now you have to do that, and you have to create that feelings for other people, you know? And I'm not saying all music, it doesn't hit me anymore. It's just, it's definitely a give and take that I had to kind of live with, you know, and had to figure out. And this sounds so much more complicated than it is, but sometimes I have to just throw everything in the back seat and just be like, what is this? And why does it make me feel this way? You know? Even if it's something so guilty pleasure, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, shit, this fucking shit slaps.
Do you have any songs that you recorded in the past that you either were really surprised at the final product? You're like, oh my God, this is better than how I originally imagined it. Or you have songs, because I have songs in the past that I kind of regret. Like you listen to it and you're like, ah, shoot, I wish I had done this differently. Do you have any songs like that, or either one?
Not anything I regret, thankfully. But you know what? There's a song, I think somebody brought it to my attention recently, but it like a long time ago, we did that first EP. I don't even know if it's out on streaming services, but the song Childhood Courtesy, it's a very like song like a Sorry for It All. It's like the precursor of like, did I say that right? Precursor. It's the precursor. Too much coffee. Can you tell? It's called Childhood Courtesy, and it's like the precursor to Sorry for It All. And it's a very good song, but I'm just like, when I listen to it, I'm like, fuck, I could have sang it better. I could have played guitar better. I think I was like fucking around with open tunings. I don't even know how to play it anymore. So I had to figure out like just how to play it regular tuning.
What is the balance of like social issues versus like personal emotion when you're writing a song? So you have that. There's a newer track called Unamerican, which is very political.
Mm-hmm.
You have a song like Sorry for It All that's like really emotional and personal. But how is it based on like what the changes are on the chord changes? Are you thinking melody? Are you thinking lyrics? Like which one kind of better idea?
Right. It definitely provokes a certain emotion. I like to sing to a track or to a guitar part. It does provoke a certain emotion and attitude, like Unamerican. Yeah, it's just, I'm just like, cool. I'm gonna my punk rock roots, you know. I'm just gonna start talking about all kinds of shit, but be kind of facetious about it, you know? And it's kind of a jokey song if you really think about it. I know I'm saying fuck this, fuck that, fuck everyone, you know, but it's literally happened so fast. It was written within like that day, you know? It was done. So, you know, it really, and Sorry for It All was written too, really fast too. Like I knew exactly what it was about, you know. When Siouxsie was playing the guitar part, I was like, oh, this is what it. And I remember I went home when we started kind of just fucking around with it. I went home and I just finished all the lyrics and then went in and, you know, yeah, it was done really fast.
Does Siouxsie sing with you, or does she on stage?
I try to get her to do it, but she does mostly just the gang vocals.
Is there anybody like a new band where you're like, oh shit, that slaps?
Slaps, dude. Is there anything currently I'm listening to? I can't remember. Anything on TikTok. The Weekend. Dun, 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 dun. I just hear all kinds of like, because you hear it on people's like, dun, 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 dun. So you're just walking around singing it all day. And then the other one too, the really sad one. I don't even know who sings them. And I'm like, shit, man, those songs slap.
So knowing what you know now, what would you tell your 10-year-old self? Can you hear that? What would you tell your 10-year-old?
It doesn't happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight. If you want it to be great.
Totally agree on that. It's a process. It's a working process, everything. And if you want to build infrastructure, it takes a long time.
Yes, be patient. Patience, 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 patience.
What's a milestone goal you're working on right now? It doesn't have to be brand, like personally, any kind of goals that you have set for yourself?
Yeah, to maybe figure out a more complicated name than Elon Musk for my next baby. My next baby? I don't have a baby. When I have a baby. I don't know. Milestone. I mean, we're still trying to take it to the next level, you know? We really think that this next album could, you know, take it worldwide and just do worldwide success, you know? That would be great. That would be a milestone for me and us. So we could travel everywhere and yeah.
Where would you like to work for the next one?
When things go back to normal.
Yeah. South America. And because I love rock and roll. I don't know. Europe, those two probably. I don't know. Those two. I mean, that's like huge. Like huge. They're just contents. Continents. Yeah.
Everybody just follow at Dead Sara and at Emily Armstrong.
Yeah, if you want.
Cool. Cool as hell.
Well, thanks so much for
Of course.
your birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Well, thanks for joining us. And it was a lot of fun talking with Emily. And if you haven't heard their music, go check it out at Dead Sara. And
don't forget about the Owlvericks Slaylist approved. My idea was approved.
Slaylist approved.
Hell yeah. Actually, when we are partner with the Anaheim Ducks, and when we had a meeting about our blend with them, I also had an amazing idea at that meeting. I proposed Doffy for the blend of Ducks coffee. So I'm always full of great naming ideas. Doffy is.
I will take Slaylist over Doffy.
Thanks so much for joining us on Coffee Break with Sir Owlvericks. We had a great time. Happy birthday, Emily Armstrong. Thanks, Kevin, for coming on and introducing the Slaylist. Thanks to everybody who is messaging us on this live stream. We had a great time.
Thanks.